Aang, the Last Airbender casting director, on why some of the original voice cast has been replaced for the upcoming film. For those that don't know, there is an Avatar: The Last Airbender film that is being done in animation that is set with the original cast of the Avatar: The Last Airbender crew that we originally had in that original series, right? But they're aged up a little bit. I'm looking forward to that, but they said something that I was like scratching my head at. Since the original show was released, there's been more emphasis in VO to match actors' ethnic/racial background to the characters they are portraying. This is a very, very, very heated discussion when it comes to voice acting and voiceover content. There are some people who say, yes, you know, brown people should voice brown people, Asian people, white people, black people, black people. There's an argument and it mismatches, okay? I want to say right now, because I'm in a rare position where I've got brown skin tone, I do not care if someone who is brown is voiced by someone who's not brown. I think that should not be a hot take. If you fit the character and have the chops to act and voice act for that character and you fit the role, I don't understand why that's a problem. In the same way that a black person could play a white person, in the same way that an Asian person could play a white person, it could go in any which way direction. I understand the sentiment entirely, but it's voiceover. When it comes to acting and someone's on screen as the person that they are, yeah, sure, I understand that. You want to not like race swap someone, you don't want to really do that. You should kind of go with what it should be, right? You don't want Ryan Gosling playing Black Panther, right? That's not what you want. But when it comes to voiceover, I don't want to only be pigeonholed into roles that are brown people. You all know this when I say this. There are not as many brown voiceover roles as there are any other skin tone. You look at anime, you look at cartoons, you look at all of these things, and there's not as many. And it's even more egregious. These voice actors who establish these characters are not able to come back and reprise their role when they were the entire reason that we liked them to begin with. Where is the thinking in that? I guarantee you the majority of you don't also know what any of the VAs look like for these characters anyway. I understand the sentiment of being like, yeah, we should allow people who are in minority groups to be able to represent their own minority group. I understand that, but you open more issues by doing that than you do good. And the problem with me is that I'm also not one thing. I am three things. Which one do I get to represent? Suddenly it's up to fucking corporate executives that, oh, well, actually, you're this percent of this, you're this percent of this. You can do this, but you can't do this. It's like, what is going on now? By that logic, they need to cast actual benders, lest they be inauthentic. Weren't their voice actors different in Korra anyway? What's the fuss? Yeah, so like, if you said that they didn't bring back some of the original voice actors for the sake of them being aged up, I'd be like, okay, sure. But the fact that this is the stance that they're taking on why they're replacing them is weird. The Okarun dub voice actor is black and he's amazing. Is he actually? I don't know if he is. But if that's the case, I mean, he does a fantastic job. I just watched Dandadan for the first time and he portrays the character extremely well. And not once was I thinking, what is the color of this guy's skin that's talking? I don't care. I just care about your performance. Like, can you imagine that the voice actor for Okarun didn't get to play Okarun because he doesn't fit the same skin tone? He's not Japanese. Or like Sean Schimmel doesn't get to play Goku because he's not Asian. Chris Sabat doesn't get to play Vegeta because he's not a space alien. What are we doing? I don't understand. I don't get it, man. I don't understand. Do not half listen to what I'm saying when I say this, because this is a really sensitive topic, okay? Imagine there's a big line for the water fountain. There's like 70 white people in line and 30 minority people in line. Someone looks at this and they're like, the minorities need to also be able to drink water. They make a separate water fountain for minorities only. Where are we again? Do you see what I'm saying? You might have the best intentions, but it starts getting really weird when you start doing shit like this.